and not harmful. We need to think and maintain our ethicality in our work in this field of cybersecurity, which is a vital one, a key one, and very important one. Because you will sometimes, when you handling where you taking certain steps that could not be meaningful from ethical perspectives, on you could do some kind of activities within cybersecurity that could harm someone, you would end up on the jail court, or you will end up with serious consequences by your law enforcement agency. So please be careful. Whatever you do in cybersecurity, do not test those towards any production or live environment, infrastructure, or person. Do those on lab simulation environments. After we finish and we conduct the exploitation process, we have identified some potential vulnerabilities that have triggered, that have provided us the unauthorized access. Then we move forward towards the ending of the penetration testing process for this cycle, which is report and remediate. We collect all those information within a report, a comprehensive one, and we would try to structure that report, which could be very understandable for both audiences, technical and non-technical one, because we would be dealing with executives, managers, and technical teams. And here we have two audiences. As an entry of this report, we should have very comprehensive information and dedicated to the non-technical audiences, because as we all know, executives and managers, they don't have time to see details. They wanted something that is comprehensive, something that is only on the all lines. You could mention there and identify those critical, very critical and high impactful vulnerability that has been exploited. And then on the rest part of the report, of the document, you could focus more on the details and technical audiences, so the technical team, security guys, and IT will have a better understanding on that. After the report that is delivered and presented to that audience, to that organization that they asked for this penetration testing, then a remediation process starts. We, as cybersecurity professionals and also penetration testers, that we just conducted a penetration testing towards their target or infrastructure, and we deliver that report, we can guide them on the process of remediation, mitigation, fixing those vulnerabilities by providing some countermeasures, we call it, which are security measures, which are security mechanisms that protect us. We put those on the infrastructure, device, and web application to protect us against such attacks. And we guide them through those by providing some countermeasures for each particular vulnerability that has been identified. After remediation, it is a good practice that we, penetration testing, do a very short penetration testing process, test again, assess again security posture of that particular infrastructure, device, or web application that was as a target. So practically, this is mainly a general and very crucial points explanation of cybersecurity practices, which can be done by two different activities, which are vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. You may be asking that which one I want to use and what scenario, when should I use, which should I use. So depends on the requirements of the organization, of the company, of your needs. You may use as a first process, which is much more easier and do not engage much more technical expertise, a vulnerability assessment. After that, you can conduct a penetration testing, which is mostly focused on the technical skills, and you can utilize, you can benefit, leverage from different tools that you can found on the open source, but also in other technologies that you could use for your penetration testing process that you wanted to conduct. As I mentioned on the beginning of this webinar, EC Council provides all of those knowledge and skills set that you need for building a career towards a job into the market of the industry. We will be mentioning today two of the most important EC Council courses, and one which is the top one worldwide, which is well known as CH, Certified Ethical Hacker version 12. And then we have a Certified Cybersecurity Technician, CCT. Both of those are provided by EC Council to the ICT Academy, where you can take those and ask further on the process of having access to those certain courses that we mentioned. But also, we would like to let you know that you have a link here that you could further explore and see by yourself in our website further for all those courses. CH is provided in two different formats, like a e-courseware, where you have a kit. A kit is delivered to you and you learn on your own. And the other option is instructor-led. So there will be a class taught online, and you will have an instructor for the following 5 to 6 days. You will be guided and taught by instructor. And in this case, it's me. I am instructor certified for CH, and also I got CH before. So let's move on the focus on the CH version 12 Pro version course by instructor led. You see here modules, and those are 20 modules. Those are very good ones, and each of those modules prepare you for building those skills around that knowledge and expertise that you need for any job within the cybersecurity, practically any job that you wanted to get. With the CH, you will be put in a better position on the industry market, and all those organizations, institutions, companies, they are looking for such kind of people with such kind of knowledge and expertise. So you will be got a very good attention and focus by those industry organizations to you if you get that CH and have that knowledge and build that expertise that will serve you on the job market. So let's see each of those modules of the CH and further discuss and share with you all those what you need to know so you wanted to get started with this course. As a module 1, it's an introduction to the ethical hacking concepts, which helps you very much to keep in mind that ethical aspects, maintaining that aspects every time and everywhere you are doing and you are conducting different practices of cybersecurity. Remember, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing that we taught earlier. As the course continues, it will introduce the main steps and processes and activities within the ethical hacking, which are footprinting and reconnaissance as a first step within the process of ethical hacking penetration testing that help us you to collect more information on the target. Scanning networks, where you deep dive more on the tools and you scan networks for identifying particular host names, IPs, and so on. Enumeration. Enumeration is a step within a process that helps you to collect data. Those data are list of users, list of groups, list of domains, and such kind of things. Then vulnerability analysis that we just taught and explained to you how this step is conducted within the process of penetration testing is the same also for ethical hacking. System hacking is one of the module that is provides you very good skills and knowledge on how those particular systems, operating systems and different systems can be hacked. It provides you with different potential weaknesses within those systems that can be found, and how those weaknesses are utilized by the malicious hacker. Malware threats. For all those that wanted to specialize more and get to know more on the malware threats, this module serves for this purpose. You will get to know all types of malwares, and you will get to know most of the notorious use cases that has happened in the industry within the CH version 12 course of the EC Council. Sniffing. For all those that are engaged very heavily before on the network administration, network monitoring, this module sniffing equips you with additional skills, knowledge for you to get to be able to get those network traffic and analyze those for any potential spike, any potential patterns that could end up as a cyber attack towards your infrastructure. Social engineering, a well-known threats and cyber attacks. Maybe you heard about the phishing, smishing. All those are within the social engineering attacks. Social engineering attacks are a well-known attacks that use the psychology of the people and try to put them in that position that they expose sensitive information, credentials, access, information about their work, and so on. Please be careful about those phishing that are delivered and distributed by emails. Those emails that says that your grandfathers, your grandmothers left some millions of dollars. Please be careful about those. Denial of service, DOS, or we might have DDoS, distributed denial of service. You will get to know more on the attacks that targets with a bunch of traffic, packets of network traffic, and make you unavailable to provide services to your clients, customers, to your audiences. Session hijacking, very important ones, and those provide very advanced methods and techniques and show you how hackers and malicious actors try to hijack those sessions, those communication between your machine and the web server or the rest part of the infrastructure. Evading IDS, firewalls, and honeypots. On this module, you will get to know more on how hackers and malicious actors try to sneak and evade those security controls, because IDS, firewalls, we call it, and honeypots, we call it as security controls, as security measures. And you will know more deeply and precisely what are those details that could bring an evade technique successfully by a hacker to your infrastructure. Then hacking a web server, hacking web applications, those two goes together. Those are very important modules for all those that has been working as a web administrator, developers, web services developer on XML technology, on Java, on all of those languages. And those two modules provide you with some approaches, some techniques that are used to hack those two assets, which are very important ones. Web server, where it stands web applications. And you provide all those services by this endpoint, which is a web server, web application. SQL injection, a well-known attack towards RDBMSs, relational database management systems, from Microsoft SQL Server, MySQL, Oracle, and the rest of what exists. SQL injection tries to attack and target your databases and try to get information and data from your database, tables, and all of your rows that exist on all those databases and tables, and potential unauthorized access of your root or super administrator.